Hello. There's something completely different, and you can probably hear that goddamn motorbike going past. Anyway, I'm currently in my living room. I'm actually sat down on the floor. You can see me like to one side. As some probably know, I've talked a little bit. I think I did a tweet once. I'm basically building myself a new PC. It's a PC that's going to be inspired by my late dad, who passed away 3 months ago now. May, start of May. I was always planning to build a new one, and I already had so much of the funds saved up, and I've been able to get access to enough to hopefully finish everything I need. And the build, my dad worked for Newcastle breweries for quite a long time, and it seems appropriate that they somehow theme the case and everything over that. Now I'm still waiting for some items to come, but I thought I'd maybe show off what I am doing and what my ideas are for the case to kind of customize it. I guess I could take this off. I have been taking this on and off, and I'm placing it down neatly so I can put it back on again. So this is the case. This is the Fantex Entho Evolve. It's the one. There's a few versions of this. This one has, and I tell you, it's a friggin' heavy case. My ass, my god! It has glass on. I don't want to take that one off, but it has glass on both sides. So all your wiring that you can already see will be completely visible, which is why I think I'm going to have to get custom PSU cables. So I'm going to talk about the case, but I'm maybe going to show, you can probably see my head there, can't you? What I'm actually going to be putting into it first. So, the long awaited, and I'm so excited for this, the Ryzen 7. This is the Ryzen 7 1700. It's not the X, as that seems to be a bit pointless. Ryzen 7 1700. 8 cores with overclock. Well, it's 8 cores, 16 threads, because AMD now has simultaneous multi-threading, which is very nice indeed. I believe on the 1700 you can get a stable overclock about 3.9 all day, every day. So that is the processor I'm going for. For the board, I went for the Asus Crosshair Hero motherboard, the X370 chipset. This is a board that many times when I've been figuring out what to get, because obviously this is a premium board. It is. Let me take off the cover. This is a damn nice board. I've never ever had a premium motherboard before. I've actually never even picked one up before. I've always had to go towards the very much the budget orientated. So I am really excited to be able to do the install. So I got the CPU and the motherboard. Now then, with this overclock, we need something to keep the CPU cool. So after much deliberation, I went for the Corsair, the H115i all-in-one cooler. It was between this and the NZXT Kraken X62. Yeah, it was probably 50-50 really, but I'd seen a few things more positive of the Corsair, and Corsair as a brand I really like. I've always gone for their memory, current cases, their power supplies in the past. Well, not at the moment, but in the past. But that, I need to leave that to one side, because I'm going to cover that in that video and see for placement. Now for memory, as with anyone with Ryzen knows, it's very important to get the fastest memory, and the sweet spot for performance seems to be 3200 speed. So I would have liked 32 gig, but with the cost of memory, it's just 32 would have been overkill, but with the cost of memory, I can't justify that. So just 16 gig 3200 speed of just LPX memory. Things I'm still waiting for is a Samsung, is it 850 Pro? I don't think it's the Pro. It's the NVMe SSD, the one that plugs into the board itself, with speeds significantly faster than a standard SSD SATA. So I wanted to show what my plans are for this case, and maybe like if anyone has any ideas at home. I have a good idea what I want to do. But alright, I'm gonna pull this case a bit closer and let me show you what my plans are. Alright, actually first things first, take off my ring, as already I've nearly scratched the bloody case twice. So the case itself is sandblasted aluminium, which I actually didn't realise that when I ordered it. I thought, well, if it does have silver paint on it, it doesn't look like it. Because at the time, actually, I maybe have plans to paint it. Let me take off this side as I'm talking. Yeah, I ordered silver because I liked it, but I was planning to paint some of the case, and I like the silver so that if I don't paint all of it, I'm still left with the colour that I like. And I've got to be really careful because this, ooh, there we go, is sharp-proof glass, tempered glass. So that's the inside. I've got to check, I don't have much on this memory stick. Okay, we've got 4 minutes, people. Okay, so you've got, I hope you can see this okay, so you've got a nice shroud. There is no room for CD, DVD drive, Blu-ray, the kind of things of the past nowadays. So I went for a case that I didn't want it. So okay, my ideas up to now on the glass side panel. So my dad worked for Newcastle Breweries. I want Newcastle Breweries just the star. If I remember, hopefully I do, go on Pi, put an overlay of the star in this corner. Maybe do it with the edge of my finger. And somehow relief, glass etched into the centre of this glass. The colours of just the star is black, blue and white. So I'm thinking if we get it like frosted sandglass, I don't know how glass etching exactly works. And then have blue lights on the inside, and that'll be picked up on the etching on the glass. There's 2 local companies who advertise. I need to contact them and see what they do. Okay, and the other idea I had, my original was to actually just take the whole case apart and paint it, but I'm unsure of that. Can you see that? Oh, it's probably going to be really dark on that. Okay, it is just because of the sun and the way it is. On the front, okay, just for the front, paint this blue. I'm probably going to go for plastic coat, purely because it's something that, if you're unfamiliar with, it's basically sprayable plastic and a spray paint, and once it dries, it gives a very nice effect, but you can actually peel it off, and it'll leave the base, completely, it would just go back to silver again. So yeah, so it'd be just the front to blue, and then Newcastle Breweries, the star etched on both sides. And that was the kind of ideas up to now. I don't want to say do too much. I don't like too fancy cases. I wanted this case to start off with, before my dad passed away, just because it's quite, well, it's a very popular case, but it's quite understated. It's just nice and simple, clean lines, and that's it. Next up, you can fit three 140s at the front, and the top, but basically it's either 3 140s here or here, and then 2 140s either here. So if you have 3 140s here, you can only fit 2 here, just the way I believe the interference up at the top there. But I wanted to see. I think I'm gonna run out of. Yeah, I'm gonna run out of video. Because the coolers, generally all-in-one CPU coolers. The advice now, it seems to be different from what it was quite a few years ago. You always fit them at the very front of your case, rather than have them as an exhaust, as that significantly helps CPU temperatures, and especially that mine's going to be overclocked. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just inviting ideas. I'm not saying that I will do any of the ideas, or that if I decide not to, it's not a rejection, or not that it's a good idea. Just some things might be beyond my technical ability, or price, perhaps, depending on what it is. Anyway, I'm actually I'll take a picture. I'll see if this thing will actually fit into the front, and yeah, I've got about 40 seconds of memory left on this card, and it's going to take me forever to stand up. So thank you very much, and I'm going to do more updates as I get closer to putting this PC together. Alright, bye bye.